Hi all. Right, before our workshop tomorrow, I wanted to drop in and give you a bit of an overview of the process and, so that you can get the most out of it. Hopefully you've watched the welcome video now and you've introduced yourself. This is a supportive group, so it's really important that we get to know each other. To feel safe, we need to have connection with each other. So do, introduce yourself. If you're not comfortable on live, that's fine. Just drop a post, but tell us a bit about you. Okay, these are ongoing workshops, but people join at different times. Some will come occasionally, some have will continue with us. So we're all at different stages. But remember, we're all on different routes for our business. Success looks different for everybody. And we're also at different positions in our journey. So the first thing is, don't judge yourself against someone else. Okay, no comparison here. This is about support and moving you forward. But in order for the workshop to be as productive as possible, I want to make sure that everybody's kind of at the same place to be able to get the most out of it, if that makes sense, for tomorrow. So, firstly, so that you know, we follow my manifestation process. This isn't necessarily about law of attraction. This is the process that I use to manifest what I want. And whilst I know a lot of people think that law of attraction is about The Secret, thinking what you want and it will come to you, it's not like that. We need to take inspired action as well. So we go through a 5-step process. And, the first part, it doesn't matter what order these are in. This is just the way that I do it. They kind of build on each other. They're a rinse and repeat system. So, it doesn't matter necessarily the order, but there are 5 things that you need to think about, and I tend to work through them in this order. So the first thing is declutter, clear space. Your universe likes to fill space, okay? So you need a vacuum for it to be able to fill. But when I say declutter as well, I mean declutter some of the distractions. And what I want you to do is clear the time for tomorrow's workshop. Switch off Facebook. Make sure you're not distracted by other things, because if you're going to get the most out of it, you've invested money in this, but you've also invested time. You know how important those 2 things are to me. So have respect for yourself and make sure you clear space for tomorrow's workshop so that you get the most out of it. But it's also about respect for other people as well. Be respectful that your PC isn't pinging all the time, because we will be chatting to each other. Okay. Going forward, actually, as well, think about the distractions that you have throughout the next month when you're trying to achieve what you're setting out to achieve. Think about what distractions can you clear to enable you to do that. And we'll do that a bit more in the workshop as well. But think about how you can manage your time. For me, I meal plan, but again, we're all different. So think about some of the things that you can do there. Right, the next step is intention, and that's about your goal. What is it that you want to achieve? Now, it might be that you struggle with the very long term. That's fine. It might be that you've got huge long-term goals that you want to achieve, and that's great too. You'll hear me say this, we're all different, no one size fits all. But what I want you to do is bring with you a single sentence that is what you want to manifest, what you want to achieve, okay? That we can create a plan around. Now, that could be, something you want to do by the end of the month. It could be something you want to do in the next 3 months. It could be something in the next year. The timescale doesn't matter. I do want you to think about the timescale, but the timescale is up to you. It's not defined by me, okay? So, for instance, it might be that you want to have consistent 3K, 5K, 10K months by the end of the year. It might be that you want to increase your audience by X amount in the next X days, month, 3 months, whatever it is, okay? So think about a single sentence. It'll encompass a lot of activity, Okay, so it's not about just having one goal. It's just about focusing the mind on a single intention. Okay, that intention will have a lot of stuff underneath it, but you're going to have a single intention that I want you to have when to bring to the workshop. Okay, right. If you have any problems in doing that, post below. And we'll give you support in defining what that intention is. Please post your intentions as well. One, because it will help me prepare to support you in the workshop. But secondly, it might help and inspire other people as well that are in the group. So, share your intentions with everybody. Let's work together to support each other in achieving those intentions. The next one is inspired action. And that's kind of the majority of the workshop that we're going to be working on. What actions do you need to undertake to enable you to achieve that single sentence? Okay, so we'll be working through that. And then we'll be working on the next point, which is release. This is the balance that I found the hardest, is how do you do the inspired action and then surrender? And what that surrender is going to be is the inspired actions are going to stretch you, but what challenges are you going to face? The typical ones are things like, I need to do more Facebook Lives, maybe, but I really don't want to do them. I'm scared about doing Facebook Lives. I'm not really good with visibility. That's where we need to look at the blocks and release them. Okay, so the inspired actions, I'm going to push you. I'm going to make sure you're stretched. Get yourself out there. It might not be visibility. It might be something else. It might be money blocks. It could be all sorts of things. We'll identify them and we will work on that release together. And it might not be that we might need to sit with it for a bit. And that's what this group is about, is the fact that you might not know what your challenges are. They might come up later. That often happens. And that's fine. You post about it in the group and we will support you in overcoming those. I've got a wealth of experience and a big toolkit of things that we can use to help you in getting over those. So, mindset problems or mindset is very much my bag. So I want to use mindset tools to enable you to focus your time to make more money. Okay. So once we've released, we're going to sit in gratitude. When we are in gratitude, we are in a positive mindset. We see good things happen. The kind of example I give here is when we're in gratitude, when we're in a positive mindset, we could be driving along and the red light happens and we go, oh, yeah, we're going to be late. Or we can go, oh, that's the universe telling me to just relax and slow down. I will be there in plenty of time. I don't need to worry. Okay, so we have two ways of seeing a red light, something that could be a problem and we can see it as a negative, or we can see it as a positive. And when we're in gratitude, we see it as a positive. And that does two things for us. One, it creates a good feeling for ourselves, which is always nice to have, and we should live in joy. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that we have to permanently be in high vibe positivity. Life isn't like that. And we'll come to some of that in a bit. But it's about, we're here for a reason. Let's enjoy the life that we have. So being positive makes us enjoy that. But the second thing is, it also helps with our productivity, best use of our time. If we are in a negative frame, in the NLP speak, we see problems, they put us into inaction. We go, oh, that's the reason we can't do it. Oh, I'm too tired. We lose our energy, we go down. And what I want you to do is be in a place of gratitude, a place of positivity, that when a challenge faced, we go, we can do this. Come on. I've got these girls behind me in my Facebook group. They're going to support me and help me get through this. I'm not alone. I can do this. Let's do it. Okay, so that's where we're going to be. And then finally, as part of the Facebook group, we're going to have weekly check-ins so that you have accountability, so that we can keep you on track, that you you can go to gratitude because we can celebrate your wins, that you achieve what you need to achieve. Okay, so going through the workshop, we'll have a brief introduction to make sure everybody's on the same page. We'll review the last month. We'll talk about celebrations to raise that vibe, get us in the positive mindset, the can-do attitude, and also understand, you know, where things didn't go quite to plan, what do we need to do? We're going to get rid of any judgment that we have about, you know, I didn't do it because, or any victim statements like I didn't do it because my little girl's poorly off school. You know, we're going to do it without judgment, and we're going to work on what we need to take forward in the future. We're going to plan out the inspired actions that we talked about, and we're going to talk about releasing those challenges, how we can get over the blocks, the mindset blocks that hold us back. You know, we need to work in that stretch zone. So what do we need to do that, and what might trip us up? And it's not necessarily about releasing those blocks, it's about how we might work around them as well. Okay. And create motivation so that you move forward, and you move forward with speed, not sitting in your comfort zone plodding along. This is about, you know, full speed ahead to your picture, your vision of success. Okay, so the workshops are planned for about 90 minutes, so we do need to make sure we're productive so that we get through everything. And I want you to, you know, I want to give you what you need from there. I want you to be able to have clarity when you leave the workshop of what you need to do and where you need to go. So, you know, don't hold back, ask questions, speak up. We're all there to support each other as well. This is kind of a mastermind in the fact that we are working together and helping each other. I'll be there as the coach to be able to lead the way for you. But, you know, there's others here that have trodden the path, that have hit the challenges, that have done things that, you know, you can resonate with. So work with them, you know, and if you've got something to say, you know, you could inspire other people. So don't think you're here just in the sense of being able to, you know, to plan your stuff. There's other things that you can help with as well. And, you know, support each other, because if we work together, you know, the sum of the whole is greater than the individual parts. So let's work together to get this. And as I say, I've got a wealth of experience behind me. You know, I was an HR manager for a large global organization, excuse me. I'm CIP qualified, so chartered member of personnel and development. I'm a certified coach. I'm an NLP practitioner. I'm a master EFT practitioner. So I've got so much in my tool belt to support you and enable you to really achieve what you need to achieve. Okay. Now, these might be just £30 for the workshop, but it's also your time that you're investing, not just that £30. And for me, it doesn't matter what you've invested here. I want to give you the value that's going to lead you forward. So whether I have courses that are £30 or £3,000, I give you as much value as I can in that. Okay, so use that. We have the workshops together and we have the Facebook groups together, but let's rise together. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye.